Are you ready? I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
I'm Beluga.
DL freaking Beluga, ladies and gents.
Fresh out of a Middle America video.
Fresh out of a Middle America video.
Yep, check it out.
4:27 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
We're dedicated,
Also
obviously.
bad parents.
Also horrible parents to bringing you the goodness. And so, long day, a lot of football, so we got some makeup to do. Where's... Okay, you got that, you got that.
Unfortunately, my Seahawks lost.
Did you give him my cord? No.
No.
Yeah, his Seahawks lost. For time and topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori. We've got a couple saucy videos over there. And there are multiple ways to get your song reviewed, dear listener. My favorite is the community option. $1 to gig gets you in at Patreon. You get to form an alliance, hang out, that type of thing. It's great. If you don't want to be part of an alliance and you're filthy capitalists like Sori or DL, then $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You do that 3 times, you get bumped down to the $75 rate. Having said that,
Shout out to David who picked this song and wanted.
Made a DL Beluga request, so he's now prepared.
Listen, I could not say David without thinking of Schitt's Creek. There was a shirt at Walmart that said, "Ew, David." I wish I would have got it, but I didn't.
Headsets.
Here we go. Ready?
Living the dream.
The dream. Here we go.
If you guys do this.
Hope it doesn't get blocked.
Ew. Alarming.
Here is your pen, sir.
A bad daydream, sir? Sign here, sir.
It's Washington.
That's the crossing over from the wall. Seems to be after him. Right? Unless you want to be historically inaccurate.
That's a good video. I hope to God that video
Doesn't get blocked.
does not get blocked.
If it gets blocked, you really need to go look at it yourself.
You have to look at it yourself. It's very interesting considering the Middle America episode we just shot.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is.
Living the Dream, I'm assuming, is talking about the bastardization of the American dream. And there's some obvious COVID references, at least in the video.
Yeah, there was.
And I think part of it is, you know, small businesses, etc., just getting murdered
Yep.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so it like destroyed their American dream, basically. I think that's the general gist of it.
What's that lady supposed to represent?
She is supposed to represent probably that woman from Michigan.
Gresham Whitmer?
Yeah, because remember she was telling everybody to stay inside, but then her husband was out.
This one said exempt on her.
So hers said exempt, and then the other one
Was she
said.
the one that went get her hair
That's why
done?
they call her Your Majesty.
Yeah. I don't know who Your Majesty is, but in the video, like she represents, like everybody telling you to mask up and restricting your, mobility and telling you not to go to work and your business is dying, but she's exempt. And it's all this communism.
Or maybe we're talking about the same person, but remember there was that, I don't know which political figure she was, but she was saying everybody needs to stay in and mask up, but then she was at the parlor getting her hair done.
Oh, that was Nancy Pelosi.
That was Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Yeah, Pelosi was one, and then that lady from Michigan was one. So that's why. I don't really like. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around the metaphorical import that some people are putting around masks. Not some people, a lot of people are putting around masks. Like,
well, okay, if I
you
didn't
wear the mask, you're compliant. You're bending the knee to the government. That means you're a bootlicker if you wear the mask. So the guy was wearing his mask, and of course, like when he decides to fight, he takes off the mask.
Right.
Because
I think if I didn't know so many people that had gotten hit with COVID, then I might feel like it's a conspiracy and it's the government trying to do something. But because we've known so many people that have gotten it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if like he's saying there's a conspiracy theory here. He's just saying that this is a misuse of government power. Basically, it's like it's too much. And of course, there's a balance to everything. Like one of the things that we have to contend with, like we're trying to save lives by keeping people distance, but at the same time, suicide rates are up, divorce rates are up, domestic violence is up, all these things. So there's got to be a balance. It's not a simple like, oh, everybody's out or everybody's in. Like, it's not simple. People are dying both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
it's getting to a lot of people.
But I don't understand, and you're more of a right-leaning guy. I just don't understand.
There's got to be a lot of kids that are in bad situations too. Because you know how kids are, and then when they're cooped up, and
100%.
It's just, and the parents are used to sending them to school and daycare and all that, but now they're at home all the time. I feel like that's pushing a lot of people to their last nerve.
100%. And so like, but the mask thing has become like an ego thing. It's a pride thing. Like, oh,
on both sides.
If you wear
it, you're the ones that are looking out for the better of humanity.
Yeah.
And if you don't wear it, you're the ones that are like not walking around in fear.
but I understand why people are saying if you wear it, you're doing it for the betterment of humanity. What I don't understand is why
But you don't have to get prideful about it.
Yeah, but but I understand why you would be proud of that. What I don't understand is the other side saying that if you wear this mask, now all of a sudden you're completely compliant to the government. Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, that's, and they've, some of these talking heads, they've created...
Especially when you think at restaurants, it says employees must wash hands before returning to work. Are you upset that they're making that law, that the government is issuing that? Because that is, you have to, if you own a restaurant, you have to wash your hands.
Yes, I don't understand. I don't understand the whole like, oh, if you wear a mask, you're a bootlegger, blah blah blah. Like you're a right-leaning guy. What do you?
I honestly want mask mandates.
What?
Oh yeah.
You wanted
oh,
mask
yeah.
mandates.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if this, the thing is, we had that surge in general saying that masks didn't help, and then now we're getting more information that masks actually help you from getting COVID, not just spreading it. So the thing was that it was very new, so I didn't want to have, you know, a mandate when we didn't know for sure it's going to work. But if it's for sure going to work, then absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm the same person who wants to, you know, limit our voting pools. We don't have idiots voting. Like we should have mask mandates if they're necessary.
Limit our voting pool?
Yeah, I think our voting.
I'm not surprised that you just said that, but I'd never heard you say that before.
I think you have actually.
Well, this is
Anyway, but yeah, there should be mask mandates.
so much shocking
I mean,
stuff. Take it all in one sitting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just crazy to watch this video after what we just saw a couple days ago.
Yeah, why were they shooting the people with the flag?
Because, you know, these, I'm
Really
assuming
crazy.
the left is the bad guys, and then the people storming in are the good guys. Like,
Yeah.
Why are they shooting them? I don't understand the conflict.
well, because they're trying to say that these people are communists. So it's like, oh, these are
Throwing a
communists.
symbol
Like,
on
yeah, they had the hammer and sickle.
Republic of
Yeah.
China.
Yeah. They had the hammer and sickle thing right there. So it's communicating that this is coming from communists and yada yada yada. Communists have taken over our country. I was hanging out in a certain app that, inshallah, by the time this video is published, will be down. But they were talking about this stuff too. But it was obviously a lot more. You know, they found a way to talk about violence. You know, inside of that stuff. But,
Yeah, it was crazy because, like, when you see the. Like, I love our flag, but our flag is not more important to the people that our flag represents. And
Right.
so, I said, I love our flag, but our flag is not more important than the people that the flag represents.
Yeah.
So, you know, if when you're looking at this, like, they're carrying this flag and they're all getting shot down. Like, I understand in a war situation why you'd have to keep our flag up because it's about, you know what I mean? But, like,
Yeah.
we should shooting other Americans as they're carrying that. It's just crazy. And then, obviously, when the fact that this song, like, literally just came up on our list, like,
I know.
with everything that happened,
I know. It's a very
the timing is
interesting
really ridiculous.
coincidence.
Yeah.
And you know, I was watching a lot of these guys on this forum, and they're just 1776. We're gonna, you know, it's like, whoa, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really that deep. Like, you go to Walmart, you walk around for 20 minutes, buy your stuff, you know, get out of Dodge, and you can take your mask off. But it's become this flashpoint for people's ego. It's pretty crazy. And then it said, he said something at the top too, I think. You know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So I think that was important because he's recognizing, okay, like, this initially was a well-intended thing because everybody's in trouble, but you're bringing hell now. And I just think, like, I think the universe of this video was too simplistic. There's layers and layers of
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
So there's that, right? But at the same time, there is, I believe the government really needs to figure out a way, because there's another wave coming up, something just mutated, I guess. But I feel like the government needs to find a more robust way of handling this situation, both monetarily and psychologically and sociologically for our country. Because if it doesn't happen, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of freaking trouble. And I don't think any of the answers are easy. Like, okay, these people social distance, like, you know, your friend Joey was your only friend and now you don't get to see him and you're a teenager and you're 16, 17 years old, which is, I'm just recounting the story of a suicide in Maine that people, you know, really attributed to COVID because the kid was just so depressed. Because
really?
he got cut off from his friend. So there's just a lot of nuance.
Yeah,
in
because
the
it's not the
situation.
same when you're on, like, Zoom or FaceTime and stuff like that. Like, or, well, that's closer than some are getting. It's so funny because you talked about wanting this mask mandate, but I couldn't keep your kids masked and 6 feet away from
Oh, I
your
was
friends.
my mask kept breaking.
I'm like, stay 6 feet away.
I was 6 feet away. I was 6 feet away. I have hope.
This song came out in 2020, so it's a rather new song. So
Well, they're wearing masks, babe. It must have been.
Right. Well, it was February
Right.
2020.
I mean, that was to be 3 separate years.
Yeah. Horrible situation. I'll tell you what. If there's one job I wake up every morning and thank God that I don't have is Mike Pence's job. Any of these legislators, man, it's a tough thing to do to make this work. And they better do something because we cannot go through another round of this and then more of their ridiculous $600 bailouts. Like,
Oh my gosh.
it's insane to me. It's insane. What do you think of the song?
Oh my gosh, I love the way that it sounded. Had a good
You like that chunky shit?
I do. I had to turn that up. I said, that's it. What am I doing? I was so busy looking at the video and seeing what was going to happen, and obviously there was a couple bizarre things happening. Cover his eyes, baby.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I need to turn this up. And then I obviously did. So it's, for me, like, topic-wise, I'm not like a huge fan of like political topics and songs, but the sound for me really brought the score up to a 9.8.
What do you give it?
I mean, I guess it was a catchy enough song. The video was very strange. It was also pretty short. How long was it? 3 minutes long?
Songs?
It's about 3.5 minutes, I think.
Was
Yeah,
it?
I mean, that's a
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
They also
15
insulted our
seconds.
founding
It's not bad.
fathers, I guess, a little bit. Not really.
It's
No, I don't think it was an insult to the founding fathers. I
Better not.
think what was happening in that clip was the argument was look how much our founding fathers suffered, whatever, to get us this freedom, and now we're just letting these people take it away from us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got that because it was the Declaration of Independence that he needed to sign. So it's that subliminal like 1776 stuff where I'm like, I don't know about that. But yeah, I thought that was actually a very brilliant thing because basically he was daydreaming.
Yeah.
About where
What
his
could
country,
happen.
where his country was going, and he was the guy that took the Marine, that took the bullet. But then you go back in time, and it's George Washington, I'm assuming, and then that was brilliant. And I understood what he was trying to convey, and man, this, I'm sure they didn't mean anything incendiary by it, but as we saw in the last Middle America video, holy moly, bro, like that type of language and imagery right now is like not gonna age well.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like,
Sad,
it's just-
too.
yeah, it's not gonna age well. Go ahead, what were you saying?
It's so sad too because that's something that we should be proud of, but it's being turned into this very horrible. It's the swastika. It used to be this nice peaceful thing, and then Hitler just turned into this horrific
Destroyed it.
symbol of destruction.
What do you give the
Okay, so I mean, I guess the beat was catchy enough. I thought it didn't have enough words to it. I felt like it didn't have enough words. It had the verse. I guess it's what they call it, the pre-chorus, and then the chorus. Repeated. I guess it was repeated 3 times, something like that.
Yeah.
There was verse 2.
What's the number, DL?
I'm
It's
thinking-
4:30 in the morning.
I mean, I guess I guess the political message bumps it up a little bit. It's 7.5.
All right, 7.5. All right, I'm gonna give this a solid 8.8.
You didn't really. Oh, you're not into the
It
chunky
was
stuff.
a little bit repetitive.
Well,
as
yeah, I
the story
totally.
goes.
I mean, it was whatever, but I liked the sound of it. Did you like the sound of it,
That was
or you
alright.
were just alright about it?
Better show.
Really? Oh, that's unfortunate. The zombies were gross. All right,
Vin out.
Sori out.
Beluga out.
Gone.